What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about my in-depth review of The Stranger Chapter 1. If you not have yet seen the movie, please do not watch it. This is a spoiler-filled review, and so please watch my non-spoiler review because I will be, talking about them with non-spoiler. So if you're still here, please butter up. Enjoy the show, and you know what to do. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and be part of the vibe too. And also, if you like this video, please hit that bell button because it will show that you like my content. And also, please share with everybody and let that show on the road. So, folks, I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about what my thought about the movie and what I think about the movie. So, like I said in my non-spoiler review, the Stranger Chapter One was really good, and it was different than the other Stranger movie because the Stranger felt more aggressive and more out for vengeance. And that's how I felt with the movie. It felt like they were out for vengeance, and it felt like they were really there to really, to really bring in a new heightened their level of stuff. So let's talk about the plot. So the plot is simple. The plot is that this couple who are who want to celebrate their anniversary for dating, and going to the date overnight at the cabin and stuff, and so things break loose. That's all I can tell you. Things break loose. And let's talk about the plot here. The plot here is very simple, but also very effective because you don't want a plot that will make the viewer think too hard or make the viewer confused. You want a plot that is simple and easy. And the plot here is simple and easy, but also very effective because they use it in a really interesting way this time around than what they did with Prayer Night and the original Dream. They really, they they really did homage from the original 2008, but also put a new twist on it to really turn the viewer's head around, and that would make this movie really stand out from both Prayer Night and the 2008 version because they use a lot of different elements that really make the movie work. And I have to give them big props for that because they made a lot of elements work. So now let's talk about the good. So okay, the good here is that our two leads are amazing. They are phenomenal. They really work perfectly together. For the whole movie, they worked side by side, and there were a few moments of comedy level as well that I thought really made the movie have some comedic level as well. So I really love that how they really told two actors who really made the movie work, and also really love how this movie brought in a lot of different tension for some of the tales. Like let's talk about the scene when when the boyfriend had the gun and he put it to Dollface. That scene right there in the trailer you think it's corny and it won't play out. It won't play out the way you expect in your head. But the scene itself is brilliant. The way they executed the scene and the way Pinocchio wasn't afraid to die, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant, that scene, and also you know, the sound quality. Oh my god, the the first time you hear the knocking, your whole body just go out of out of you because of how intense and how emotive the sound quality is of this movie, and for the whole movie the sound quality is so intense and mind-boggling to really just to really see, because that first knock, like, it just like your heart goes out of your soul. It was really really intense, like, I mean really intense. And then also, if you pay close attention to the movie, there's a lot of really really interesting sound choices in the background that made the movie very very interesting, and also really like that plays with your brain, hearing stuff in the background and not picking it up. So that was also really, really, really fascinating choice to really use that element of playing with the viewer's mind, and knowing, oh, what am I what am I hear what am I hearing in the background, and stuff, and also, you know really 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 loved how they used pinup Golden here, because for both Prey Night and the original, she wasn't really part of that. And this time around, pinup Gold really stole the show and stole my heart, because her character in this was so good, and really was amazing. Um, all her part that she was in, and also um another thing I really loved, and this with all the trailer movie, I loved the music choices. The music choices here were phenomenal. Just beautifully done. Phenomenal around the board. The music here is always good. The Stranger always put out amazing music, and always put out some really really amazing music. And also the camera work was just amazing. The camera work here was was really really interesting. There was a lot of interesting choices with the camera work. A lot of really interesting, choices here. So from the positive perspective, from the inside, the camera worked really really well. There was a part where you saw both leads trying to retake the house, and Pinnacle was just, near the piano, and how the camera really panned that out was wicked amazing. Just like wicked amazing to see how the camera was just like panning out, and seeing how that's gonna go. And that was awesome. The camera work for most of the part was just really, really, really good and stuff. So now let's talk about the bad. I don't have a lot of bad here. It does a few nitpicks that I really just felt like the movie needed a little bit of. So Though I really felt like when the camera went outside, um, it was a little bit hard to focus. So like when we built the tilos, when we built the tilos near like the roads near the tree, the camera was very foggy and yes, it made it creepy, but at the same time, it just felt like you know, I wish the camera would really do something more in those moments. I just felt like then it needed a little bit more of like something different of the camera when having those moments. And also the scene with the motorcycle born on fire. I was expecting a little bit more of that scene. I was expecting something a little bit longer in my opinion. I was just expecting a little bit more from that scene. Um, also, I felt like the movie, the top of it, and the one time and the pacing was very, very good. But this movie felt like it was very short. I wanted a little bit more from from the way it ended, because the way it ended, it just felt very frustrating. It felt like the Undertook the movies. You have something amazing happen, but then you close the chapter before everything starts to go bonkers. And with this movie, the ending the ending was really, really good. But then once they left, you wanted more. And that's where the ending really just felt frustrating. It felt very, very like, okay, you're ending this movie at this point. Okay, I know that there are two more parts left, but now how do I hold my excitement until the two other parts come out? So like the ending just felt a little bit frustrating, and it felt very rushed. And you know that's where I just felt like, okay, that is the biggest downfall of the movie. It's the ending. It's the ending and stuff. Because really wanted that ending that would just like pull you into what's gonna happen next. And and the way it ended with a really, really, really just like frustrating cliffhanger, to the point where, okay, I want to see what happened next, but at the same time, how can I plot that on what I'm seeing if the two other movies don't really reveal who the people are, who the strangers are, and what is the main goal here on what are we getting at with the franchise? Because with the fourth movie, the ending of the 2008, we thought the train to take off their mask or camera and kill both the main characters and then left. That ending will always haunt me. Always haunt me. And then with Fair Night, our main character in the hospital, to hear the knock. So with both of the endings, they leave you wanting what's gonna happen next. And never get to fulfill what happened next. And we did the movie, we get to see, and we get to fulfill what's gonna happen next. But also at the same, also at the same time here, um, we have to wait. We don't know how long we have to wait for, but this ending compared to both Prayer Night and 2008 was very, very, very frustrating. I mean, you know, I love the movie to death, but the way it ended just felt like frustrating, and I didn't want to know what's gonna happen next, and stuff. So now let's talk about the ending. I already told you my frustration with the ending, so let me go into more detail on the ending. So you know, we see that the Rangers knocked both our main characters and tied them up, like in the 2008 version, and that scene was very very emotional and very different than the 2008 voting, because with the 2008 voting, it took place in broad daylight. And with this one, it took place at nighttime. And that was an interesting, that was an interesting, that was an interesting, um, that was an interesting choice of doing it at nighttime than doing it in broad daylight. So that was a very very interesting choice. So, you know, Maya, our main character, asks, why are you doing it? And Pinocchio said, because you're here. And, you know, so in the end, both of our main characters are on the floor and stuff, tied up, and the train to touch the tapes. And then we get our end credit scene setting up for part two. We see Mayan in a hospital in the hospital and stuff, and then they stand up and we see that that the teatro is right beside her, and and you know it felt that, and the ending felt like a dream scenario. And also, hear me out here. This is a really really big theory. So teatro in the movie felt very, very like, you know, like he knew, he knows Maya, he knows who she is. Because when he saw her play the piano and just standing there watching her, then watching her from the shower and then wiping her tears off, it feels like he probably is an ex-boyfriend or probably somebody who is a pervert or probably spying on her. So that's where I'm coming here with Delta really getting, like spying on her or something different. You guys let me know what you think, because I just feel like there's something more to that character, because that character is so unique, and we both Freya Knight and we both Freya Knight and the original, the only two people we hear is Pinocchio and Dollface. We never hear Deltro speak. He's usually the one who's doing the killing. So it's just fascinating to see how his character is growing, and how we really getting to see a different monster of all of the strangers themselves. And another theory that I know it may be a little bit far fetched is, are they the real strangers? Are they copycats? So that's another that's another theory. Are they copycats? And that's another theory that I'm pulling in. So now let's talk about what's next, in my opinion. So what I believe what I believe to be next is I believe that the friend that both part two and part three is going to focus on Maya's trauma and how the train to met her up and and how to live her life, knowing that they are out there hunting her and tormenting her. But also, is she is she Tamara? Because because we don't know if they changed her name because in the scene when they saw Dollface, they would automatically freak out. So is the really Tamara or is the train was part of a cult? Because because the director said we're going to see a little bit of a different side of the franchise, of the trailer a little bit, and see a little bit more backstory. So, in my opinion, I believe that we're gonna be getting something that none of us was expecting from the trailers. And so I'm really really excited to see what both part two and part three can really do. So not overall. So the trailer chapter one is really really good. There is a few downside about it, but in the end of the day, it is a good movie. I love horror, and this movie really takes horror to a whole new level. And besides the frustrating endings, I love this movie. I think the movie 5 stars. The movie was really, really good, and it cannot wait to see both part two and part three and see how this movie concludes and stuff. And and also, I'm not done with talking about the Dragons. Pretty soon, once the DVD come out for this, and once we know more information about part two, I'm gonna be doing a really big podcast about talking about both all the Dragon movies together in a podcast. And also, I'm gonna be doing a few videos from when I went to the premiere on TikTok and Twitter and all my social media. So definitely tune in for that. And also, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a story time where we talked about how I went to how what I thought about the premiere and stuff. So tune in for those. I only want to thank you guys for liking my last rated video. I really, 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 truly appreciate everybody here. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm out. Peace.